All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Keep going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome. What a crazy day. Another crazy trading day in crypto. What happened this morning? And what does this mean for the 4-year cycles? Are we still in the 4-year cycle or not? We're going to talk about what that looks like. We'll kind of try and walk through what happened this morning, why the price is up today. And we're going to have some fun too, because I have a special guest today, and we'll just bring her on now. Hello.
Hi everyone.
Degen, Charlie.
Hi everyone. How's everything?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I've never actually talked to you.
I know you've never spoken to me before.
We've never spoken before.
For real.
It's all been through chats, whether here or on X or whatever. But hey, welcome.
Well, now you can finally hear my accent.
Yeah, there you are.
So now you can hear that I'm really French and that I'm really a woman, because you remember at some point,
yes,
you guys were not sure if I was really a French girl. So here we are. Hi, Charles.
Yeah, so we thought we thought it would be fun. It was very nice of Charlotte to join in, or actually do her own live streams while I was on vacation last week. And hey, for the family, the community here, and everyone, that was awesome.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We talked about crypto a little bit. I did try to do a bit of technical analysis, but it's actually a lot harder than what I thought. But I'm going to practice. I'm going to get there. I want to do one live stream a week now, maybe every Tuesday when you're not on. And then everyone can join. We can just have some fun and then talk about spam and all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be on vacation again next week after Monday.
Where are you going? Are you telling us?
I'm going back down to Florida. I got stuff to do.
Down to Florida in the sun.
Arrangements to be made.
Arrangements to be made. My son's walking behind me. Thanks.
And you'll see, I'm not all pasty white here. I got some sun last week.
You do have a little bit of color. I'm quite white compared to you, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of echo coming from me. Sorry. Apologize. First time I've had a guest on for a long time. And I probably have to wear headphones or something to get this to work right, but I don't have the headphones on now.
Is the echo coming from me, maybe?
Yeah, it's from me. But that's all right. We'll get through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the charts and the news here, and I'll ask you your opinion, Charlotte, as we go through each of the windows here. And then we will do some Q&A and have some fun.
Let's have some fun.
How about next special guest, Elon? Yes, A-star. I will work on that. I'll work on that.
You can try.
Okay, so look at this big green candle. Look at the big green candle we had this morning. That candle right there was 7 o'clock this morning. And I mean, Dogecoin was fighting to stay at 9 cents. And we had dips to 8.95 both last night and this morning. And then out of the blue, this huge green candle comes up and Dogecoin goes all the way up to 9.5 cents. Bitcoin at that time was struggling to stay at 68K, and then came up to 71.5 and almost to 72 this morning. So what happened? What caused that? Well, it was our friend Trump. Trump. Now, we don't know all of the details of this thing yet, of what actually happened. It's all still kind of coming out throughout the day. My guess is that Trump saw the markets tanking and he decided to do something about it. Whether all of the stuff going on with Iran or not was actually happening, I don't know. And a lot of people on X don't know either. They're just guessing back and forth. But at 6:50 a.m. this morning, there was $1.5 billion worth of S&P 500 futures that got bought. $1.5 billion of futures got bought. And then 14 minutes later, just after 7 o'clock, Trump announces he had talks with Iran and he's going to suspend any actions against any energy places in Iran. Because that was going to be the big thing, right? The 48 hours was going to expire, and then he was going to start bombing all the oil fields and natural gas fields and everything. And he didn't. He said he's going to suspend it for 5 days. And that they're having negotiations. And so with that, they decided, well, somebody did. Somebody was buying the market before that announcement was made. The markets had already started moving before the headline hit. In other words, there was buying going on before that. Inside information, yes, Marimello, inside information. Now, some may say it's Barron Trump, right? There was a lot of the jokes today. Barron Trump had heard from his father, start buying because I'm about to put out something that's going to cause the markets to go up. Who knows? But the Trump family, who knows, right? We have no idea. But something happened. And the markets took off. Bitcoin, S&P 500, NASDAQ, all big, huge green candles. And we had one red candle, and that was the price of oil. Price of oil going down was the big red candle, was oil. So who knows? Was this real information or not? Who knows? But people made money off of it. The one thing that's interesting is, even though there was an initial green candle up and followed by a red candle down, the market then recovered back up, and it's all the way up to the high that it was at 7 this morning. And that Bitcoin as well, over $70,000. Dogecoin's actually holding up a little better than Bitcoin. Kind of interesting. So what does this mean? Well, we typically have relief rallies in bear market years. So this is a relief rally. That's what I think it is. It's just a relief rally. So I don't know whether... I know I have an echo, low roller. Maybe the echo stopped. You turned off your mic, right, Charlotte? Yeah, Charlotte turned off her mic.
Does it stop when I actually turn off my mic?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting an echo on my side. Apologize to everybody for that. Yeah, the echo goes when Charlotte turns off her mic. Interesting. All right. So we'll figure that out when I bring Charlotte back in just a minute. We'll figure it out. And thank you, SharkyBit, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining the show. And hope you are entertained today, even though I'm going to have an echo when we start talking. But that's okay. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. So this is another chart, another version of the same chart I showed last week when we're in a bull market. So we're in a bull market. Bitcoin actually spends more time trading downwards than trading upwards in a bull market. There just happens to be these accelerations of price that happen over short periods of time. That's what happens in a bull market. So what happens in a bear market? It's just the opposite. In a bear market, Bitcoin actually spends more time in upward channels than dropping in price. That happens in a shorter period of time. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. So what we're seeing is an upward sloping channel right now. And what I think eventually is going to happen is this little fake out we had this morning with Trump, everyone's going to realize, yeah, that the thing with Iran's not ending. It's going to continue on. There's going to be capitulation and prices are going to go back down. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen that way, but it's just what I think may happen. And we've talked about this before. Relief rallies, we've talked about prices going up, fake out during a bear market, which I show on my chart on the daily here with these rectangles. Again, this is what I was talking about last week, was in a bear market, Bitcoin spends more time going up than going down. And I ended with showing what could happen as a drop down right around 50K is my guess of where Bitcoin's going to go. But eventually there's also, I got rid of my little arrow, but there could be relief rallies that happen before dropping down. And so we could revisit 76K. And it looked like this morning we had a chance of doing that. But not yet. So that's the Bitcoin chart. What can happen with Doge? Well, Doge, I also have my relief rally target up here, which was 12.5 cents. And then I have my sometime during the summer drop down below 7.5 cents, maybe even to 7. And as when I did those fib lines on the fib retracement, went all the way down to 6.7 cents as a possibility. Maybe this time is different, Melvin. I don't know. Yeah, gold and silver. Yeah, we'll look at gold and silver in a minute, Laurel. We'll look at that. But that's what the chart is showing right now. We are right in the middle between the downward sloping resistance line, upward sloping support line right now. Market could go either way from here. We also look at Bitcoin in the 4-year cycles in terms of where or how long Bitcoin has traded compared to previous cycles. And this one is from the previous low, the low of this last cycle, and how many days it's been since that low, compared to, well, right now we're in 2026. So we compare that to 2022 and 2018. And you'll see the all-time high or the cycle highs for Bitcoin were right around the same time period here for the previous 2 cycles. And now we're in the bear market, just like we were in 2022 and just like we were in 2018. And that should continue on out even more. There are some predicting that the low shouldn't hit for Bitcoin in this cycle until October. All the way until October. And that is also shown on this chart. This is the chart that someone made on TradingView that I saw, which has Bitcoin right here. And these are 4-year cycles, looking at the last 2 cycles. And Bitcoin coming all the way down to October, finally hitting 30K, $30,000 for a Bitcoin in October. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm thinking more it's going to be a low in the summer, probably in the 40s. But who knows? If that even happens, maybe it just turns around and goes up. That could happen as well. I don't know. So that is my overview of the so-called 4-year cycles. Now, why do I say so-called? That's because when we go back to the charts, Bitcoin, and we go to the weekly chart and we zoom all the way out, we see that the Bitcoin halvings actually don't happen every 4 years. Bitcoin halvings actually happen about 3 years, 11 months apart is when these Bitcoin halvings have happened. So people say about the 4-year cycle, but it's really not. The Bitcoin halvings don't happen every 4 years. The Bitcoin halvings happen every so many blocks. It just happens to coincide with just about 4 years, but it's a little less. And then if we look at the all-time highs or the cycle highs, which in Bitcoin terms have happened every 47 months, is exactly how often these all-time highs or cycle highs have happened for Bitcoin. This is December 2017. This is November 2021. And then October 2025. Not 4 years, not 48 months apart. They're actually 47 months apart. And then if you saw my video over the weekend and I talked about Dogecoin and I said, well, how often apart are Dogecoin's all-time highs? And I made a video of that. And I also posted it on my X account. So follow me on X if you don't already. I'm at KrissPax. And I posted that here. Dogecoin has been trading in 44-month cycles. These yellow boxes are 44 months apart. Dogecoin front runs Bitcoin. So I expect Dogecoin will front run Bitcoin again, and we will see. We're not going to wait until 2029. Because, 2029, that's so far away. I don't want to wait till 2029 for the next big high. Well, Dogecoins will be in 2028 probably. But yet people complain, oh, 2028, so far away. Well, that's how the 4-year cycles work. So that's what we have for my intro today. And now, Charlotte, turn on your mic and what do you think?
Right. So first of all, do we still hear the echo when I talk, or is that all good?
There'll still be an echo when I talk.
Yeah. Well, I think when it comes to the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin, I think it's all about what you really believe in, because some people say that we're still bang on time with the 4-year cycle, that the 2025 peak landed almost exactly on the historical 4-year schedule, and that it just currently matches, that everything matches the 4-year cycle perfectly, and that the pattern is holding. But then you also have some people saying that the cycle is actually evolving into a 5-year cycle. But then you have other things that contributes to the price going up and down a lot more, with the institutional money and macro liquidity dominating over the Bitcoin halving, if that makes sense. Am I saying that right? Because remember, I'm French, so I'm trying to make sense. I think we'll also see a really big impact, because obviously 94% of Bitcoins have already been mined. So the halving effect obviously is having less of an impact. So it's impacting the 4-year cycle quite a lot. So yeah, I don't really know what to think right now. I think over the next few years, we're going to be able to establish whether we still see a 4-year pattern, whether it's extending into a 5-year cycle instead. I still think that we're not going to see anything until 2028. We're still 2 years away of the next halving. And I think we'll have to see. I don't think that we're going to see anything extraordinary over the next few months. I think we're in bear market. still sticking to the pattern, in my opinion. And we're not going to see anything incredible. I think in April, maybe we might see a small green candle, but again, it's not going to be anything too bullish. And I think we're going to see lower lows over the summer. But again, I don't think we're going to see anything like we did in 2021 or 2017. I think it's going to take some time, but overall, when it comes to Dogecoin, with 5 months after the 2025 cycle top, and I think we're still 2 years away. It's going to be a long wait, but we're just going to have to accumulate in the meantime and wait to see how it plays.
Agreed.
Yay!
I did hit a setting that was called echo cancellation, and that seems
Yes, I did that the other day as well.
That seems to have increased Charlotte's mic volume while getting rid of the echo. So you guys are probably now hearing this much better. So good. Yeah, 2028, A-Star, what do you think? Can you wait for 2028? That was most of the comments that I had on X on my post was 2028. And I'm just like, hey, it's better than 2029, right? Which would be the 4-year cycle with Bitcoin. You'd expect highs again. We have to wait till 2029. Who wants to do that?
But what do you think, Kriss, though? Because some crypto experts are still saying that we're going to see an even all-time high, another all-time high in 2026. What do you think about that?
Yeah, dreamers. They're just dreamers.
That's what I think, but...
Yeah, and and some of them are just on X, like pumping their own posts for engagement because they're monetized and they're getting paid to put out these posts. And so the more views and clicks they get on their posts, the more money they make. That's a big part of what they call CT or crypto Twitter are these people who just throw out all of this random shit all the time.
Yeah.
And they don't care if it's real or not. There's a lot of that goes on.
I know, unfortunately.
Bull run happens when everyone expects less. Is crypto expert in oxymoron? If people self-proclaim they're an expert, then yes. The rest of us, we just try and have fun. No retail came back last bull run. That's true. We had the big retail in 2021, and 2025 had a little bit for Dogecoin, but not a lot. And even Tom Crown, he said it again today about Dogecoin. He even said, still can't believe Dogecoin did not hit an all-time high.
He did say that. I was there.
2020, he can't believe it didn't hit an all-time high in 2025. And I think that it was actually on its way to do that. We were in this upward trend. This was this green line here. We were in an upward trend from the low in the summer when Dogecoin it was down at like 14 cents. And we were trending upwards, higher lows, higher highs, until when? October 10th. This October 10th line ruined the whole end of the bull market, and Dogecoin was on its way up, and that totally screwed the whole thing.
But not just for Doge, though.
And it wasn't. It was everything. I mean, even though Bitcoin's wick wasn't as low because Bitcoin had more liquidity on the exchanges than alts. But you go to like all these other alts, like Algorand, like huge wick down. Cardano, huge wick down. Like all the rest of them had that, except Bitcoin. So, yep. So I am going to, we'll just have a little fun. We'll get back into the chat. But StreamYard has all these great tools. Like here we are, side by side. Hello, everybody. Hello. We're just having fun today. For those that came in late, just having our good friend, Miss Charlotte, here on the live stream, and we can have some fun. Just whatever's going on. We'll get to the charts again too, what's going on with crypto and all that. But Charlotte was gracious enough while I was on vacation last week to keep the family together, had her own live streams, and she says she's going to do more live streams. So.
Yes, we had a lot of fun, and then it's made me want to do more. So like I said, I'll be doing them on Tuesdays. Obviously, when you're streaming, I won't be doing them because I won't need to. You'll be there, but yeah, I think it's just a great way of just getting together and have fun, and it's been a lot of fun. So I thought, why not? Let's do that.
So what part of 2028 do you think things will start pumping?
Well,
what do you think, Sean?
Good question. Would you say around maybe fall? Definitely not in the summer.
2028, right? The fall, exactly.
It won't be in the summer. Definitely not. But definitely the fall. But again, nothing. We can't know for sure, can we? So we'll just have to wait and see.
And again, the big part of Dogecoin too is its own catalyst, right? We expect X money in April, and I think we're going to get a little pump in April. Is it going to be a huge pump? And is the Dogecoin going to go to the moon next month? Most likely not.
It's not, because they're not going to integrate Dogecoin or any crypto.
Right. There'll be no Dogecoin on X money, but X money will still cause Dogecoin to pump because people will think, well, one day, Dogecoin will get integrated, and so on the hype, we'll see Dogecoin go up in value more than other cryptos.
I think the only worrying part, in my opinion, is that we always used to get a really nice pump when Elon would tweet something about Dogecoin, and he tweeted this AI video of him saying that he's the Doge father, and I mean, we were up maybe 2-3%, and that's about it. Got nothing out of it, which is incredible because a few years ago we would have been getting a massive pump, but we didn't this time. So I think we might need a little bit more than that.
Mm-hmm. Jason says it looks like 9 cents is the bottom. So we got like 8.95 early this morning. So we got to dip into the 8s. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's enough support for Doge right now with the news as it is, thinking that this Iran thing may actually be coming to an end sometime soon, to support the market. And maybe Dogecoin doesn't go back down below 9 cents. But at the same time, maybe this whole thing was just a big farce, like I said at the beginning of the stream, that Trump only told this story about having all these meetings with Iran in order to keep the markets from tanking, like it looked like they could. And how long is that story going to hold out? So I see both sides across crypto Twitter just saying one way or the other. We'll see.
I mean, just like Tom was saying earlier on today, though, Donald Trump is well known for saying things that aren't always true. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it's Iran. They didn't really confirm anything, did they?
Nope. There were some camps in Iran that said there were no meetings. There was another that said there were meetings, but what they talked about weren't the things that Trump said they talked about. So who knows what the truth is? Who knows? Charlotte is a better guest than I would be. I can't offer anything intelligent on crypto. Well, hey, DB, we can talk about something else if you want to come on.
DB, it's all pretend. I'm just pretending.
What do you think about crypto ETFs changing the dynamics of the four-year cycle? We thought that with Bitcoin. We thought with Bitcoin that the four-year cycle would end because it would be all this institutional investing in Bitcoin and price would just keep going up. In the end, all we had was a premature pump for Bitcoin, and it hit a new all-time high before the Bitcoin halving happened. And then Bitcoin settled, hit an all-time high right on its 4-year schedule, and then went into a bear market. Despite all of the ETFs, it still went into a bear market. So I don't buy that. I think most ETF holders will sell when the price is going down because it's retail. A lot of it is retail, and they'll sell. So Binance stopped alt season. That's what I think. That's what I think. And if you go back to my videos that I made on October 11th and 12th, where I was going through and looking at all of the blockchain work, the people who are posting different huge sales, and it was pointing toward Binance and Wintermute, that, yeah, I'm pretty convinced that that's what stopped it.
I mean, we watched it happening live, didn't we? It was during the live streams. I think it was on a Friday, if I remember well.
It was.
We were just all completely speechless. Do you remember? We were just watching it live, and that massive wick just dropping, and there was nothing to say. We just didn't. We were just there, just watching silently and painfully.
And Nick, of course, unpredictable events. X money could pump the market, yes. And what we've seen over the years, even going back to 2021, I mean, these 4-year cycles are kind of, coincidental with the Bitcoin halving and the US presidential cycle and all of that. But despite all the other news and all the other things that happen, some that pump things, some that drop things, the 4-year market still continues. It's kind of interesting. It still continues. I'll let you take this one, Charlotte.
It says, Charlie, tu es magnifique. Thank you. That's really nice to say. Thank you.
I met with them. We good. Right. Sticky. That's all he had to say, right? Trump wants to go to Cuba next. The next crisis, Cuba. Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Outlook on the USD. Let's see what we can do here. We just go to the DXY chart at $99. So it had a drop this morning, but then just the inverse of what crypto did. It's settling. It's fine. It's not dropping anymore. We had the same with gold. Gold was actually dropping last night, and gold had been dropping for consecutive days, but it actually came up and recovered and has been going sideways all day. And then let's take a quick look at silver. Yeah, same as gold. So I don't see the dollar crashing or anything like that. I think most people throughout the day kind of realized, yeah, maybe Trump is just saying things that maybe he just made stuff up. Who knows? Or he's talking to the wrong people. We are up today. That's right. Dogecoin's up 5.5% today. I was thinking about that, actually. Comes in packages. I was actually thinking about that today because we're making all this commentary over the past weeks about where do you put your money if everything's going down. You say, well, you put it in, like you can put Robinhood banking and you can get 4%. Or you can, on Coinbase, you can buy USDC, but I guess they're only giving the 4% now if you have Coinbase One, not just regular Coinbase. But yet Doge went up 5.5% today. You can make a whole year's worth of profit over what you would normally get in interest on uninvested money, and you can make that in a day in crypto. That's how crazy crypto is. So if you bought this morning on the low, thinking that there was going to be a pump, and you bought at 8.9 cents and you sold up here at 9.5 cents, a swing trade, yeah, you could have made 5 or 6% on that in just half a day. Did Trump stop altcoin season due to tariffs? Great question, low roller. Yeah, last April, when Doge and the rest of the crypto market really hit lows after 2 months of just tariff crap, and that was after Dogecoin had gone up to 48 cents. And then we had Trump take office, and then we had all of these red candles down February, March into April, all of that. But we were recovering, and it was coming back up late summer into the fall. We were headed back up until October 10th. Yeah, the tariffs certainly didn't help. But of course, that was the whole market, including stocks. And we look at the S&P 500, and you can see the impact that the tariffs had on the stock market. But the stock market recovered, and even then some, to new all-time highs, and has now been coming back until today. I still think we're going to go lower on the stock market too. I still believe this is going to be a deeper bear, but we'll see. We'll see. You think Doge is going to hit 50 cents? Optimistic.
I'd like that, but I can't see it happening. Unfortunately, it's going to be a while. Patience here.
Got to give Trump credit. He is systematically taking out China's allies. I think there's probably a bigger picture, something like that going on. Yeah. Mr. Sticky is thirsty. Where do you put it? You're a stick man. Iran said something like they will open the strait to ships, but they have to pay in Chinese yuan and not the USD. Yes, and they won't let ships go through that are allies of the United States. But yet they're charging other ships like $2 million to pass through. It's just like, and then there's a bunch of mines that they've laid in the strait. The whole thing's a mess, and it's not going to clear up anytime soon, which is why I kind of think today is just temporary. And I don't want to be the full bear here, but we are still in a bear market. And I think, unfortunately, this little rally we had today is just that. We'll see. Poor Cardano. Cardano dropped a number. Oh, Bitcoin Cash passed it. I haven't looked at this yet. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash passed Cardano. That was the next one. It did it. So now Cardano's now down to number 12. Who actually believes Cardano is going to have a future? Except Charles Hoskins. He's like the only one. Yeah, I won't be buying Cardano again. That won't be one I'm buying. What are you going to be buying, Charlotte, and when?
Well, to be honest with you, I think I'm going to be sticking to accumulating Dogecoin and Bitcoin over the next few months, because I've always made the mistake to just buying too many of them. I feel like I always wanted a bit of everything because I get so interested in all of them. And I've done that in the past, and really I should have just concentrated on just a few of them as opposed to wanting a little bit of everything. So really for me, I am DCAing, so buying Dogecoin at the moment. I will probably buy bigger amounts over the summer, and I'm just going to get ready for the next bull run, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to buy as much as I can, and I'm going to try and just be reasonable and not Degen, because I like my tokens. You like my tokens, and I do spend quite a lot of time playing on Pump Fun. I can't hide it, Kriss. This is me. This is what I do. I like aping. So what I normally do, I play with the meme tokens on Pump Fun and make a bit of money, and then I just buy Dogecoin and Bitcoin, and that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few months. But really, Dogecoin and Bitcoin, and that's it. No Degen.
A Doge Degen.
No, you know me.
Low Roller says hyperliquid. I don't know why this is a top 10 coin, and it might challenge Dogecoin soon. It could. It could. If we see more really negative news that impacts Doge and meme coins more than anything else, Doge will drop more, and maybe hyperliquid has, because of its utility and what, and everything the hyperliquid platform does, maybe that hyperliquid token becomes a lot like BNB and just continues to move up. That could happen. But all Dogecoin needs is one big pump. One big pump in Doge, and it's up over Tron and eventually fighting for Solana's position again.
So what do you think it would take for us to get another 14,000% pump? What do we need for that?
I think this time it needs to be something real with Dogecoin. Like Elon is like accepting it as a payment for a Tesla car. Something really big that isn't just the hype, but it's the actual thing. Because as you said earlier, it's Elon does this, he pins this tweet of the AI of him saying he's the Doge father.
And it does nothing.
In 2021, that would have been a 20% spike in the price of Dogecoin.
Exactly.
At least. Exactly. And we get nothing.
It was disappointing, wasn't it?
I have no idea what's being said, but I love listening to the passionate exchanges. All right.
Well, this is one of my friends, actually. This is my friend. I don't know if I can say his name, but he's my friend, and he's here for support. He's here to support me, so thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining in. Awesome.
I did say to him, just come in the chat. We're all really nice and join the fun, and he did. So that's lovely.
Awesome.
Also, Calibeats is one of my friends as well, so he's here for support, which is lovely. Thank you.
Still waiting for the stock market pullback. Yep. I think that's going to happen still. As I showed, I'll just look at the S&P 500 again. And you see that it is in a downtrend. There are green days that happen. But overall, I think we're going to blow below this 6,500 line and go lower. I still think that's going to happen. Still think it's going to go happen. Today was interesting because we had Doge, big green candle. We had Sheeb, big green candle. And we had Pepe. Those were the three I was looking at, are all 6 or 7% today. So the memes were liking the action today. The memes, and the dancing Doge too. Yay. They could make a new strait directly south in the UAE with minimal effort. You could just bomb the hell out of it, right? And make a new waterway. Just cut right through. It's a twofer day. Yes.
It is.
2 of us today. The stick man would be attracted to the number 8. Very good. They do say opposites attract, right? Charlotte, thumbs up.
That's me.
The stick coin is launching soon. If it's on Pump Fun,
I will look it up.
and Charlie will be buying it.
I will. I'll be sharing this here on Twitter and all that. Sorry, X.
Super Dave says hi.
Hello?
Microsoft has been accepting Dogecoin for some time, but it's not direct. It's through some third-party thing or something. I don't call that really accepting Dogecoin unless you're like Williamsburg Pizza, where you can actually use your MyDoge app and point it to a register and do Dogecoin that way, not through these different third-party things. Because the third party, they're making fees, they're making money off the deal. That's not really accepting Dogecoin in my book. I think the Elon tweets were heavily manipulated by Barry to heavy short Doge last bull cycle. So you think Barry Silbert was manipulating? No, I don't think so. I think that was all retail, all of that hype following the GameStop frenzy, and that Barry only got involved when the price got so high. He said, "I'm just going to short the hell out of this thing." That's what I think Barry did. But yeah, that was 2021. Well, thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
I can confirm that. Definitely. The best community out there.
You can use AutoDub for live stream or regular video. Translate AI speaking language in your video or live stream. AI speaking language. I don't care about that stuff. I just want you to be here. How this thing goes after this, if people want to have like all of the captions and all that, I don't care about that. I want you to be here live. You can hear it live. That's what I want.
It could be quite good for my family because they don't speak English, though, when they said, we really want to watch what you're doing, but we don't speak English. So if there is one thing that can actually translate in French, I think I might look into it.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Once again, Captain Kirk loves the green ones, but then again, he loves them all. For you Star Trek fans out there, that was quite the TV show back in the day. Best stream today. Tom was pretty good today, but we're in a bear market. I mean, Tom had 300 some odd people in the chat. That's way low for him. He's usually in the 6s and the 8s or 1,000. And of course, then he does his special ones for FOMC meetings, and he gets 3, 4, 5,000. But even he recognizes it. It's like it's bear market. It's just not a lot going on. And here we are. We're the same. But we continue because we've got a great bunch of people. I appreciate everybody joining in.
We have lots of fun always.
Can we get a moonshot? What kind of moonshot you want, Eric? Do you all know any 8s? Stick that. 8 out of 10. The Doge volume, 1.6 billion. Yeah, we lost the 2 billion number that we had. The volume's not been great. And it's been lower, though. We're not in the summer yet. This summer, it's going to be bad. I can just feel it, that's going to be what we're going to see. Still hoping for a white swan event to bring the bear market to a premature end. Well, yeah, you can hope for it. You can hope for it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. There's a lot of people hoping on crypto Twitter, from Tom Lee to Jack Mallers to like all these people, just they want the price to go up. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. People can understand you worldwide. I guess they could always listen to it and have AI on their end translate it, right?
Yeah, I think it's something they could do, I guess. But yeah, unfortunately for me, no one in my family speaks English, so they can't enjoy the live stream tonight.
Yeah.
So they'll have to use some kind of AI if they want to, or they'll just look at the images, I guess.
If the war continues to spike government debt, at some point QE will have to come back for yield curve control. Yeah, that's a slow thing though. That's not like a big mover. And I've been seeing these guys on Twitter, on X, just talking about QE since January, and the price has done nothing but go down. So I just don't think that's a big deal. Glad to share the day with everyone. Glad to share it with you too, Dave. Thanks for joining in. Low Roller loves his Pokemon. It keeps going up. Well, there's a lot of things that keep going up. But yeah, Pokemon is definitely one of them. The OG Ric Flair said we're going up 7,000%. Ric Flair. Well, that's good for Rick. But there's not a lot of realism in that, unfortunately. There's always going to be something that goes up 7,000%. Maybe the stick coin or something.
Yeah, when I buy it.
Have you done 7,000%ers with a little bit of your Degen money?
I have done really well. It was in February 2024, actually February and March.
Mm-hmm.
I invested about $30 to $40 in a token, and a few weeks later it was at just over $3,000.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
It's just I was trying to look for the Kanye West token, and very randomly on a Saturday morning he tweeted the CA, and I remember being so obsessed with it that I had my charts with me at work on the side, and I was doing someone's nails, right, and it just went up, and I stopped halfway through the treatment and I screamed. And she just looked at me, and she wasn't even surprised because she knew anyway that I was into, that kind of things. And I just said, I'm really sorry, just 1 minute. And I just grabbed my phone and I just I did what I had to do. And yeah, it just crashed very soon after, because obviously it wasn't his official token.
Right.
But that's probably one of the best.
But you sold near the top.
I did sell, yes.
Nice.
I did sell.
Yeah.
The best so far.
And then Doge rockets hard in the summer. That's going to be really hard to do. That's going to have to be some big event, some big special event for Doge to do that during the summer. But you never know. You never know. I heard AI voice you speak different language when I watch auto dub video. Interesting. I've never done that. Never done that. Ric Flair. Ric Flair. So who is Ric Flair? People ask. Ric Flair. Oh, this guy. Ric Flair. This guy. He's recognized by the WWE, the World Wrestling, whatever, a 16-time world champion, Ric Flair. Looks like a wild dude. Looks like a wild dude.
I mean, apparently he knows. Apparently he knows it's happening. So
Yeah.
let's wait and see. 7,000%. Why not?
Wow. Looks like he had a good time in his life. All the wrestling stuff. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. Ric Flair. So I missed your live stream, Charlotte, with the spam and
the Pez.
And the Pez. Yeah. Where did the Pez? You had a Pez dispenser.
Yes, it's here somewhere actually. I think. Well, I think Leo took it. But yeah, I just listen. On that day, I went shopping and I saw that in the shop, and it just brought me back to my childhood. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to show everyone. Look what I bought today. So yeah, it turned into a live stream of me eating spam for the first time and eating Pez as well as a reward.
You had never had Pez before.
No, I did as a child, but I never had spam before. That's the spam really. So I did it live. What can I say? We ran out of things to talk about, so I thought I'll just try spam for everyone.
Because
but it can all win.
because the stream before, people were talking about potted meat, and somehow I got to spam, and then they talked you into actually trying it live.
Can I just say, when you said people were talking, we're talking about Turbo. It was Turbo, and actually Compo as well. Obsessing over potted meat and spam. I don't actually know where it's coming from, Kriss. I have to say to you, I just thought, let's have a laugh. Correction, Turbo was talking potted meat. Yeah. It was definitely Turbo.
It's Turbo.
And the Speedo, of course, the Speedo. We have to mention that. But you know, it's all fun. We like joking about all sorts of things, and since things are so boring at the moment, there's not much happening. We still want to hang around and talk about lots of things and have a laugh. So why not?
Dave asks, "You ate spam?"
I did. A small amount. I was warned.
Anything. It was raw, right out of the tin.
Yeah, I was warned that it was really salty, and it was. I didn't follow Turbo's advice to go for the low sodium version. I just went for the full salty dog meat. But 90% meat and 10% we don't know. So
there's probably a spam token that's already out there, A-Star.
Yeah.
Spam.
I created it. It was me. It was me.
Nick. Senorita, I shall ride you like a bull market. No.
Come on, Kriss.
No. We're taking crypto advice from wrestlers now. Bear market for sure. Exactly. That's the sign of a bear market. Although A-Star has been calling us in a bear market since the end of 2024, which, as far as Dogecoin, technically he's correct, because we did not get a higher high in 2025. But A-Star has been a perma bull here for well over a year. I do remember that. Last summer, he was already in bear market territory. I remember that. That's what I do when I run out of things to talk about. I torture myself.
It wasn't that bad.
The Elon premium ended on Saturday Night Live. 2021 was a crazy year, and I do talk a lot about Dogecoin getting overhyped, and that price up over 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, it never should have gone that high. There's no logical trading that would have said Dogecoin should have been at that price. And looking back on that, the charts show that it was so out of proportion. And to get back to those levels, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. Saturday Night Live was a bad timing thing. That was definitely a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event, if there ever was one. And we were talking about Barry Silbert earlier. He was already shorting Dogecoin from that morning before Saturday Night Live even started. So by the time SNL started on May 8th, 2021, Dogecoin was already dropping in price, and it couldn't save it. So, and SNL gets blamed, but Doge was already getting shorted all the time. You weren't in Dogecoin yet, were you? May of 2021, Charlotte?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think I bought my first Dogecoin in 2019, 2020. No, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'd have to double check, but I think it's been that long. I've been in it for quite some time.
Pez used to be a collectible item. Sell for $1,000 in 1990, and then it crashed. There was a Pez market in 1990. Wow. Didn't know that.
It's good to know. We're learning things every day.
Well, Low Roller, he's all into collectibles. So
He is, isn't he?
if you have any question about collectibles, ask Low Roller. He seems to be in on all of that stuff. I still haven't had spam. I live in the state that produces it. Well, where is that? Where is that? Let's see. Where is spam?
Minnesota. Hi, Crypto Prince.
Minnesota? Spam is made in Minnesota. Now I know. Boring Times, DCA. You know it's a bear market when all people can afford to eat is spam. And of course, ramen. Yes, Jason. Thank you, Robin. Hey, if you just save your pennies, right, everywhere you can, and just accumulate crypto. Spam sustained our nation for years, fed the Korean people in dire times. Thou shalt not speak spam in vain. It doesn't mean you have to like it, though.
I will not have it again. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't even know if I have it in France. I need to check with my family, and when I go back next, I'm going to go in the shops and I'm going to double check. But I don't think we have it in France.
I mean, some people were given recipes, right? And like people actually have recipes for spam.
Yeah.
And it's not bad if you cook it right.
I think if you cook it right, from what I've been told, it's fine. But raw, like I had it the other day, maybe not. Out of the can, you know.
Spam not being that bad means it wasn't that good. Wait, you're saying I ate $1,000? Oh my God. Hey, Will, how are you? Welcome. Charlotte needs the gold check mark.
I do. How do I get that?
You just, it's time. It's a timing thing for being a member.
I think I've been a member for quite some time now. I can't remember how long. Is it 18, 19 months? Something like that?
I think the gold is 3 years.
3 years.
I think so.
I'll still be here.
Joe Hallett, I think, is one of them. He's been around that long. Or maybe 2 years, I forget. I don't remember.
I'll stay here for quite some time anyway. until I get it, that'll be my next challenge. You know me. That'll be my challenge.
Let's get this crash over with. Well, that's the thing there. Crypto Iron Man is these things play out over a long period of time in a bear market. Typically, that's what we see. So I think this morning's little pump was nice. And now we're just going to kind of drift around sideways and probably be followed by another dip, because that's kind of how bear markets usually play out. So, and as we showed, And even on Crypto Rover's chart here, during a bear market, prices go up over a longer period of time than down. The downward drops happen in these short periods of time, these big drops. And then Bitcoin goes into this upward trading channel before the next drop. And so now here we are in the next upward trading channel, which will most likely be followed by another drop, unfortunately. That's just how bear markets play out. Will says hello.
I will.
Spam, spam, spam.
See, it's all about spam again. That's it.
Spamming the chat.
Yeah.
The attention market in social media has now filtered into investing. Markets are now trading based on dopamine. Whatever's the flavor of the day, that's where the money goes. There's a large percentage of traders that are like that. They're not investors. They're not investing. They're just trading wherever the hype is. And that's a lot of the big problem on like pump.fun is you're chasing something that's already pumped before it gets on that front page of Pump Fun. And then you try and buy some of it before you know it, it's rugged, you lose.
No, but that's the beauty of aping though, because I try to buy before it pumps.
Right.
So you really try to build a community and yeah, you do get rogged eventually, but every now and then it does work out, and when it does work out, it's quite good. But do not do that at home. Just don't.
Hi, Joanna.
Hi, Dishas.
Welcome, welcome. You have to sear, crisp it up. That's what you got to do with the spam, and you got to add something to it as well. I'm pretty sure spam is illegal. Spam musubi. Oh my God. Daryl from Daily Crypto. What about Daryl? Daryl's a good guy. He gets caught up in the hype as well. And he's way too much in love with XRP. And in my opinion, he gives unrealistic price expectations. Like XRP $5, XRP $10. I just keep hearing that from him over and over again. That I don't keep that much in touch with him anymore. We were going to do a collab, and then he's over in Vietnam or Thailand or wherever, and it's hard for our time to link up until we know that. This is the first. That's right. We're doing a stream collab here. Vision Pulse making great calls. Yeah, well, a year ago, he wasn't making great calls because he was calling for a bear market a year ago, and we actually were going up in July, August, September, October.
What happened to the food channel anyway? Did you not want to just talk about food now?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that.
No.
Well, he started a new channel from what I heard, and it wasn't monetized yet because he has to get 4,000 subs and so many watch hours. And it's hard to do that when you start a new channel. So he wasn't making any money. Buy low. What do I think about BMNR? Do you know what that is, Charlotte? I don't.
I don't think so, no.
BMNR, Bitmine. It's Bitmine. So I think Tom Lee is a dreamer. He's lost a ton of money over the past 6 months. He's lost about $8 billion is what he's lost chasing his ETH dream. When ETH goes back up and eventually goes, doubles back up to 4,000, even goes higher, then he's going to look like he's a genius. But right now, Tom Lee isn't looking that great. Nor is his stock. This is not a good looking chart for a stock. had a big pump here last July, up to $140, and now it's at 20. This is not a good looking chart. Oh, I got to show the chart. Duh. This is not a good looking chart for BMNR. Up to $140 back in July 2025, and now it's at $21. Do you believe in ETH Treasury Company and you think you can make money buying this at 20 bucks? Maybe. But Treasury Company stocks right now they're just all in the shitter. They're not any good ones. But if you believe in it, buy low, hope it pumps. And maybe on the backside, Tom Lee looks like a genius. But right now, he's got $9 billion invested in ETH. And that total amount is only worth about $1 billion now. He's down like $8 billion. That's not good. You get spam at McDonald's in Hawaii.
What?
McDonald's.
Why would you do that? Just why? Why would you go to Mackey's to have spam?
I think I heard Doge being used as a currency on Microsoft now. Yeah, Low Roller mentioned that earlier, and it's not direct. It's not a direct payment, and it's not just Dogecoin. It's crypto, and it's using some third party. But yes, you can give your Dogecoin to this third party, and then Microsoft most likely gets fiat on their end. They don't get Dogecoin.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with a lot of places accepting crypto is that they actually get fiat. They don't actually get the crypto. And that's the good thing about MyDoge is that when you're actually paying, you're receiving Dogecoin. You're not receiving fiat.
Yeah. And that's like at Williamsburg Pizza Place in New York. They've got this separate register set up to accept Dogecoin, and they give you a 20% discount if you pay in Doge.
Exactly.
And so they've got a stash of Doge that they have been gathering from all of us Doge Degens who've been buying pizza there. I haven't yet, but I still plan to. Someday in New York, I'm going to buy pizza at Williamsburg Pizza and pay.
Me too. I think we should all meet up there.
Yeah. I've been trading the VVV Venice token. A volatile little thing, he says. Don't give Charlotte ideas.
Oh. I'm going to look that up in a bit.
First thing she's going to do when she gets off the stream is, what's that? Oh. Yes, thank you. It's okay. I saw it in the reflection of my glasses. You can see. Yeah. I was a little late to switch the screen here. This trading view is actually, StreamYard is actually pretty cool. That you can play with the layouts quite a bit. You can switch the layouts here, do an individual in a chart or the other individual in a chart. We can do both of us. We can both be down here in the corner. So someday Charlotte, during one of her streams, is going to have a guest on, and she'll be able to play with all of this stuff.
I'm only just getting used to it, but it's getting easier now.
Yeah,
it's getting easier. It's good to use StreamYard. It's definitely working great. I love it.
Mm-hmm. You made $10 a share 2 times swing trading. Oh, on this BitMine. I have a haunted sounding echo. It was worse earlier, Joanna. It was really, oh, Gracie.
She's not happy.
Not happy. No.
Look at her little face.
Yeah,
Say hi. Look, she's going to attack me now. That's it.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
She's fierce.
Bite your hand off.
She's a fierce little cat. Come on, you say hi. Oh God. Okay, she doesn't want to say hi. I tried.
VP speaks at an infuriating slow pace. Yeah, so you rewatch it and you just crank up the speed to 1.5, 1.7, 2x or something.
Do you know what though? I don't think I'm going to criticize now any wandering live streams because people don't realize how hard it is to do a live stream. How stressful it is because you've got to make sure that the logistic is there, that everything is working fine, that everyone can hear you, everyone can see you. On top of that, you have to make sure that you make sense. And yeah, people are saying you talk too slow or too fast. I will never ever criticize anyone again.
And I'm not the best at multitasking, but I concentrate a lot when I'm doing this. So I got the charts and I got the chat and trying to keep my head clear on what I'm saying. And yeah, you kind of have to multitask.
You do, don't you?
And that's not my best trait.
But you're doing really well. We can't tell. We can't tell.
I've been doing this since 2021, so I've had a good amount of experience. I used to do more of these collab things back in the day. Haven't done one in a while.
Well, I'm flattered then that you have me as a guest.
Oh, it was fun.
Definitely.
Fun. 25 cents, launch of X payments. Would love to see it. Would love to see it. Hawaiian pineapple spam. Interesting.
Pineapple, though.
Give it kind of a fruity flavor. Yeah.
No.
No. Good vibes to Hawaii. The storm had massive flooding, damaged homes, cars, and more. Oh, that's tough to hear. Tough to hear. Too much rain. Nowhere for it to go. It's mega pumping soon. It started to move a little bit this morning. We did have a little bit of a mega move. And then it just ended up being a wick on the day. It went right back to where it was. But it did move up a bit and then just flatlines again. But Mega will have another big move. There's where I bought my Mega. I made 2 purchases. I made one on that dip, and then it dipped lower, and I bought some more. So my average is about 115, 114, something like that on my Mega. There we go.
Did you say you managed to get some below a dollar as well? When it was below $1, did you manage to?
Yeah, below $1. Yeah, that was my second purchase, was below $1. Yeah, I bought on this dip here at about $1.17 because it was up here like $1.40. Didn't sell when it went back up to $1.30, and then it just dropped. So I'm not quite back to even yet. My break even is like, I don't know, $1.13 or so. Just waiting for that next big pump, which it does just about every month. So I wait for the next one. That's Mega. Fun little thing I do. Yes. Char cat.
Yeah, she's not happy. She's trying to attack me. You guys can't see it, but she keeps circling around. She's not happy.
The Chuck cat. Yeah, VP sounds normal at 2x speed. And you don't have to make sense when you live stream because VP is proof of that. I don't know. I think he does a good job. I think
It's hard. It's hard.
Spam and ramen noodles. Welcome to the bear market.
You'll have to make that for me. I want to try that because I know who this is, It's and I fully expect for Sharky Bit to cook me some spam and ramen noodles. That is the next thing when you come to Manchester.
VVV is a good AI privacy token. They recently did a partnership also. I did a 3x. I'm digging the VVV. Charlotte, you're going to check that out. Oh, God. Now I see someone trying to make a McD spam burger with Oreos.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
again, why? Why?
Oreos.
Why would you put Oreos?
I mean, I had it with Pez. Sometimes it's nice to try new things.
Do you think we'll see 25 cents? No. My price target was 13.5 on the launch of X Money without Doge. That was my price target. It was 13.5, and that would be the big relief rally in this bear market. If we were in a bull market, that would be different, I think. I think you'd have a lot more enthusiasm for something like that. But unfortunately, bear market just, I don't think, lends itself to doubling in price. Now, we did have that with Twitter back in 2022. When Elon bought Twitter, Dogecoin doubled in price in a bear market. So that did happen. But yeah. But this is the question now, though, is do you want it to even go to 25 cents? Because there's many of us who are waiting to buy in over the summer at a lower price. And if Dogecoin spikes up to 25 cents and it doesn't come back down, then we miss out on buying low-priced Dogecoin. So there's always that. You want it to go up because you want it to feel good, but
no, I want it to go up. Not right now. Maybe next fall. But yeah. I want some time to buy, definitely.
But in the end, it's going to do what it's going to do. And so you do the best you can when buying. Some people like Jason and Ryan, they just keep buying no matter what the price is and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. And before you know it, they've got 1 million Dogecoin.
Yeah, that's why I like to DCA as well. But I'm definitely, keeping most of my money for the bigger buys for the summer. But I still make sure that I buy a little bit every day because you just never know. And at those prices, even right now, yes, it can go a little bit lower. Yes, we think maybe 6.5 cents. But at the end of the day, if you think that you're buying below 10 cents, if we go back to reaching prices like we've seen before, like the all-time highs, if you tell people, oh yeah, I managed to buy Dogecoin when it was below 10 cents, I mean, people will be quite impressed with that, So yes, we were waiting for the lower prices, but equally, if you still keep buying a little bit at those actual prices, the current prices, you're still winning because it will go up at some point. So the prices are quite low right now.
What about the Pax cat? Yes, the Pax cat is with my son. So, because for those that don't know the whole story or what's been going on, Charlotte missed out on that piece as well. That I sold my house and am relocating to Florida, and we're in the process of doing that.
And I missed that. I missed that part. Where was I?
It takes some time to go through that whole process, but yes, that is what has happened. And part of it is what I call wealth preservation, because Massachusetts is one of those states that has a millionaire tax. So there's an extra tax that they put on top of the already high taxes, where Florida as a state has 0 state income tax, 0. And there's also the weather. It snowed today here in Boston. It snowed today. And I was thinking, this might actually be the last snow that I actually see falling for quite some time.
So when are you moving?
In probably late April, early May.
Oh yes, so soon. Not long.
Soon. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to finish up. I'm going to finish up the work I'm doing. Do some other financial things that I'm getting set up. And yes, moving to Florida.
So the Doge party in Florida then?
So it'll be a Doge party in Florida instead of Boston.
So it will be a direct flight from Manchester. Perfect.
Direct flight. Love it. There you go.
Perfect.
So you bought the big house just to turn around and sell it. That's how it worked out. Yes. And again, when I bought that house, Dogecoin was over 30 cents. And now Dogecoin is at 10 cents. Where the house, I didn't lose any money on it. So in the end, net, the sale price was higher than what I bought it for, but I had to pay realtor fee and all those other stupid closing costs. So wealth preservation again. By doing that, by buying the house when I did, it kept me from holding on to all this crypto and seeing the price go down in 2025, which is what happened. So, and you can buy nicer, cheaper houses in Florida as well. So that gives me more money to be able to buy back into crypto in this bear market by doing that too. So it all works out.
You're winning.
I'm winning. Exactly. I'm winning. Yes. DCA every day. Jason. Yeah. Yeah. Yeely, do you know how we can deduct the fee when buy or sell crypto when filing tax? You just keep track of it on the side of all the fees that you've spent. Like, let's say you do all your trading on Coinbase, right? All your fees are there. Now, Coinbase sends you the 1099 DA form. And then you just put on your own, your Schedule D, which has the 8949 form. On those 8949 forms, you just put in there minus the fees because you keep track of your fees. Because you can claim that. That's all you need to do. You put your numbers on the form, what you think are the correct numbers. And there's a way to do it. And it only matters, the IRS, if they see the numbers different and it's to a point where they think they want to audit you, well, you've got your proof. Most people aren't going to get audited. That's it. I did find a new house and I'm going back down to Florida next week to work on the next step of buying it. I'm going to enjoy a free state. Well, I still have to pay federal, but no more state. Close to a cruise port. Yes, Teresa, exactly. Remember I was joking about the Dogecoin cruise?
It's happening, people. It's happening.
I'm going to be right there. It's just an Uber drive away.
Don't give us ideas.
I'm not going to get into the specifics of what part of Florida, Dave. I'm going to keep that to myself. I'm accumulating funds until summer, hoping to add more Doge at 8 cents. We'll hope. I kind of think that's how it's going to play out, Rob, is that we're still going to see Doge in this 9-8 cent range at times during the summer. But who knows, right? I just look at the history of bear markets, and the history of bear markets will tell you this summer is going to see low prices. And I've been talking about like beginning of August, beginning of September, we're going to see dips like we have every bear market, every summer. And even the year after the bear market continues to give good buying opportunities. So I would guess that 2027 in the summer, you're still going to have good opportunities, maybe not as good as 2026 bear or summer, but that's just how this has played out. So many people just want this immediate gratification. They want to buy the dip and then they want Doge to rip, 1,000%. And it just doesn't work that way. These things take time.
And if it was so easy, I mean, we would all be rich, really. But it takes time and patience, and you just have to stay calm the entire time as well, because so many people just panic sell all the time. It's just you buy it at a low price and then just keep it, forget about it, and don't stress and be patient, and that's it.
You're in South Carolina, Yeli. Awesome. Not that far away. Kriss is officially a millionaire, leaving a Democratic state because of taxes. That's another reason I'm kind of sick of the leadership in Massachusetts, let's say. They have policies that I don't agree with. So, yeah, good to get away from that too. That's just, I just don't agree with 90% of the stuff that the government does here. And all the utility costs from gas to electricity, like all those things are so high. It's like double what I'll be paying in Florida. Yep. You'll hate the Florida weather. Sit in cash, go another cycle, 5 times your money and move to California. California? That's a shit show over there. No, I'm trying to get away from that kind of governance. California is like Massachusetts. No, thank you. No, thank you. I went to school down in Florida. I went to the University of Miami. And so I know Florida weather. And I've been back down to Florida many, many times over the years. So I know it's hot and humid over the summer. That's fine.
Just move to England, Kriss.
No way. Sorry.
We've got it good here. We've got it good.
No offense, Charlotte, but no. No. What am I doing for my career? I'm doing this. I'm going to have more time to do this with you guys. I'll also do some consulting and other stuff, but I'll be doing it on my time for me, not working for somebody else. I will no longer be working for somebody else. Kriss to Florida party. Hey, it's still a Dogecoin dollar thing. We need a big thing like that to make it a big party.
So we're going to have a Dogecoin party. I was also suggesting to Tom that he should organize a party. So if we're lucky, we'll have 2 parties.
What did Tom say about a party?
He said it would be difficult to organize with the logistic and everyone having to fly to places. But I mean, I know we can do it. We'll sort that out. When Doge gets to $1, we'll just we'll arrange something.
And then if it's in the winter time, people will want to come to Florida and not 0-degree Boston. It'll be a real vacation. It'll be really fun.
Certainly for me, it will be.
Nick says, I'm in California. Don't come here. California's beautiful, but the people and the politics suck. Jason agrees. No, California. But they have generous social programs. Don't you want to contribute? That's a big no. N-O, no. I'm in Virginia watching Abigail ruin our state. Yeah, Virginia is going down the tubes too. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to keep the part of Florida I'm moving to myself. Yeli. But I'll at least admit it's Florida, and you'll be able to tell because I won't be wearing these long sleeve like heavy shirts anymore. It's all going to be t-shirts and short sleeve shirts, and you'll see me have more of a tan. So you'll know.
You'll be wearing Speedo as well.
Florida hasn't passed the no property tax law yet, from what I understand. And there's going to be, there's provisions to that from what I hear. Like they're going to keep the taxes that pay for the schools. So they're already carving things out, right? That's going to be, they're not going to call it a property. They're going to call it something else, but property owners will need to pay that tax to keep the schools, because who else is going to pay for the schools? Who else is going to pay for like the teacher salaries? They have to be paid for somehow. So yeah, stay out of politics. Yeah, I have no desire to get into politics. People were saying like KrissPax, run for president or be a Fed chair. And I'm like, no way. No way. It's sad to watch parts of the country turning into Venezuela. I know, Dave, it's more and more, the United States is becoming a very divided country, and it's unfortunate to see, but that is what is happening. And that's pretty tough. All right, Charlotte, any last words for today's live stream do we have?
Yes, just a couple of things. Do only good every day, and that's all I have to say.
And how about a tomorrow, Tuesday live stream? Degen, Charlie?
Yes, so I will be live tomorrow. So I think it's around 3 or 4 o'clock of your time. I will confirm that, but I will be live tomorrow. We'll just have some fun. We'll talk about crypto a little bit. So yeah, just like and subscribe to my channel, and then you'll get the notifications and you'll know when I'm live. But it's going to be every Tuesday.
Right. So all you need to do on YouTube is just search Degen Charlie, and her channel comes up. She's the only Degen Charlie on YouTube.
Don't forget the 67, Degen Charlie 67.
And you can put the 67 on there. That's a nice touch.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Monday. We will see you next time. Thank you, Charlotte, for joining in, having fun.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you all.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.